Yeah, let me look at my inventory, my golf with a friends thing. I got 46 items. They're all working on my end.
Yeah, it revoked all of my hats.
I got all my
Like, they're
stuff.
still in my Steam inventory, but the game does not recognize them.
I still have like a Path of Exile thing that I only launched the game once. That's it.
I got
I have like
18 of my
700 hours in that
items.
game.
I still got some Battle Block Theater heads.
I just got a new hat. I got a sombrero. But yeah, I got the green circle
Oh wait,
trail.
now it recognizes my inventory.
It's glitchy. Some games are glitchy like that. The amount of cards I have over 500 items. And a lot of that is just cards.
Find out when it's Lord of the Rings Day, so I can get ready to watch all of that.
Are you gonna try watching them all in theaters?
Nope. That's the last time I went into theaters and watched a movie. I had issues walking because of the seat I sat in.
Can't you just use the disabled one? Like the disabled seats?
I did, but the seat, how it vibrated. It was like a massage chair, and my body was incredibly relaxed. I felt like complete and utter jello, and I'm sitting there like going, okay, muscles, bones, everything, move, dang you! Work with me! I have somebody attach strings to me and move me like a puppet, for crying out loud!
Ask for Dolphamingo, he can do that.
I swear, it felt like the speaker was right behind my chair, just vibrating the entire thing. Because I went and saw, God, I can't remember what the movie that me and Mike went and saw in theaters. It was this last movie that we went and saw in theaters. I can't remember if it was a Jurassic Park movie or if it was the Avatar movie or if it was a different movie. It's hard to know because if it was the Jurassic Park movie, then I know what caused it to be so loud. It was the dang freaking dinosaurs screaming their heads off.
It might
It was
might
the
be like
Spark.
I don't think it's Dominion, is it?
Would have been the newest one that had came out in theaters.
Yeah, that'll be Dominion then.
Yeah, would have brought back some of the original cast from the. I think the first one or the second one, something like that. That if it was a Spider-Man, then it was most likely the music that did it. And if it was the Avatar movie, then it was all the explosions.
Dude, Avatar actually kind of it bores me. I can't believe I watched The Way of Water twice.
I watched it once in theater, and then had to sit at my sister's home while we friggin' bootlegged it. She went and watched it on Free Tube Spot. That kind of bootleg. It's like, okay, I just watched this in theaters, and you're making me watch this again. Why? Now she has it on DVD, so we don't have to do that again.
Makes sense. So wait, if you're going to Rogue One, you're not finishing your Star Wars run until literally the.
I'm gonna keep watching this until Double XP on SMOLTOR ends.
Here's a pun of Star Wars Week. May the Fourth be with you, as the clearest one, but there's always a bigger fifth.
That thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Qui-Gon.
just.
Fish. Revenge of the Sixth. This is literally Star Wars Week, so it's after each one. So Revenge of the Sixth,
Yeah.
and then I am the Seventh.
That one actually makes sense.
I find your lack of eighth disturbing. Yeah, it's a bit of a stretch, but I can see it.
Yeah.
9 addition to my collection. Yeah, that's definitely a stretch.
That one kind of hurt a little.
It's treason 10. Okay, that one's good. That one's good. I can take that one.
They brought it back.
That's all I got. So I will say May the 4th, always a bigger 5th, and Revenge of the 6th and the 7th is good. The 8th and the 9, not the best.
So I'm gonna keep watching the stars until I finish. I'm not gonna stop, and I want this way. I also can prepare for next year.
Okay, well then, how about this? So far, in general Star Wars experience, right now, like as of right now, of all the things you've seen, which was your favorite thing you watched and enjoyed so far?
I have enjoyed both season 7 of the Clone Wars animated series.
I need to watch that. Yeah, I heard so much good things about it.
And I did enjoy the Bad Batch.
Good night, Skull. I'll catch you later for sure. Thank you so much for lurking and watching. I'll catch you later. Get some good rest. If you're also I will say, like, I am still serious. If you really want the Animal Crossing, I can probably work out a deal in a sense, edit DMs and stubs in sense. If you really wanted it, I probably should be able to catch another copy of that on a different time, but we'll see. Yeah, no, we can discuss that in DMs later. Like this will be straight up DMs only. But yeah, have a good night. I'll catch you later. Sleep well. Okay, so yeah, but yeah, going back on Star Wars, Bad Batch, I heard some good things, and I did see actual spoiler clips because I was curious. Obviously, do not say anything, Will, because I do want to watch it at some point.
I'm not gonna say anything. All I know is it is good.
So in a sense, all of like a lot of Clone Wars show you enjoyed.
I did enjoy it, yes. Out of all of them, I will say I enjoyed more of season 7 because it was of that climax and ending. It's like, here it is, and then that end. It was just like edge of seat, and then it's like, oh my goodness, I must have more, but there is no more. We move on to the next.
Makes sense. So, and that's all that's the best so far. There's nothing else tied with it outside of like season 7 Bad Batch.
Season 7, and then you go and watch. And then I went, of course, before I watched all of season 7, I watched up to season 7, episode 8 for Clone Wars, and then I watched Star Wars episode 3, and then I watched season 7 of the Clone Wars animated series episode 9 to the end.
And like, I mean, yeah, that's true. It's like, is there any other experience of Star Wars, like movies or TV show, anything like that you like?
I haven't finished Andor yet, but I do like Solo. It is actually pretty good in and of itself. Yeah, they could have done a little more to it, a little bit. In my opinion, there's a little bit, but I still like it.
That's good.
Obi-Wan was really good.
I heard it's generally good, but it's like still a kind of a mixed stuff.
Especially hearing how about an accident that happened, that something that wasn't supposed to happen with the lightsaber, and they just kept it.
That's funny. I mean, there's still that one time they had like a coffee man during one of the Star Wars Mandalorians, I think.
Yeah, I have not seen The Mandalorian. I've seen little clips of it here and there on TikTok. I'm going to be watching that here soon. It's part of the timeline thing that I'll be watching. Let's see. Um, I have seen Rogue One before, but I will say I do like Rogue One. Out of all of that I have seen, yeah, those were the ones that I do really like.
That's good.
And of course, I do like the original 4, 5, and 6, plus the trilogy, the prequels of 1, 2, and 3.
That's good, at least.
I do like 7, 8, and 9. There's just a few, and of course, a few things that would change. It's just, again, I still like them.
Mm-hmm. I mean, seven. Like, here's the thing. Like, I watched Phantom Menace, and I still have some problems with it. It's still like a lot of its slow parts. It's definitely not a movie I would constantly rewatch like every year or something like that. Like some of my favorite movies, like Back to the Future, for example. But Phantom Menace is a way better movie, and I enjoyed it way better. Like outside, I after rewatch, this is like my first time rewatching it over a decade ago, kind of thing. I'm pretty sure like I haven't watched it since like at the very least high school or more longer. And there was like clunky dialogue, but a lot of the dialogue, like there's only a few scenes that has actual clunky dialogue. A lot of the actors who are veterans made a lot of those clunky dialogues actually workable in a lot of cases, so I didn't really hate it. And a couple characters who had clunky dialogue were designed to have clunky dialogue in my books. Like it didn't sound great, but the fake Padme and then the Viceroys actually have clunky dialogue. I mean, one, the Viceroys are aliens, so that's kind of their. I basically said that's kind of their thing. And the fake Padme was so stiff. I was like, that could be like a good cover up and being like, you're supposed to be very, very stiff. And she portrayed the stiffness all the way to the end. So I'm just like, I'll take it. And then it's like again, like some scenes had actually clunky dialogue. I think a lot of clunky dialogue was mainly from like the little kids, and I can't exactly fault for them because again, little kid actors weren't really big early in the days, and that was still hard to come by really good kid actors. Nowadays they get decent kid actors at least for a lot of things. But back in the day, getting good kid actors was still kind of difficult. So I really cannot fault a lot of clunkiness with kid actors. So, and when it actually became clunky dialogue for adults, I think that's also like that's a lot of George Lucas's directing on the characters. So yeah, I can't exactly blame the characters, but yes, there was like actual clunky dialogue, and it felt actually awkward. So there's that. So honestly, that is not much. I still don't hate Jar Jar. I still think he's fine. He didn't overly get annoying to me, and he's definitely comic relief, but he didn't really get really annoying to me in many cases. CGI definitely has not aged well in that movie, but it was a excellent movie. I thought the movie would be less like dated, but a lot of CGI did pop out. So, but the CGI still is pretty good for a 1999 film. So
yes,
yeah, like
of course, Jar Jar in the animated
he's a lot better.
series,
He's a lot better.
He is a lot better, and yeah, it's like he's still that comic relief character. It's like at least they kept that part there, but he is a lot better.
Yeah, and like here's the thing with Phantom Menace. As a kid, I think it was really boring, which is why I didn't go back to it, because there's literally like 15-20 minutes of actual fights, like actual fighting, which a lot of cases with Star Wars is like we like to see those like space fights or lightsaber fights kind of thing. And then the pod racing was still intense. I think as a kid, I probably still enjoyed it. As an adult, I felt like it might have dragged on a kind of bit, but that is like very minor. It still was enjoyable. So with pod racing and fighting, that's like 30 minutes of a 2-hour movie. So yeah, as a kid, I found that boring. As an adult, I have a huge appreciation for the world building and the decision making, but yeah, it is super slow because of the amount of politics going back and forth. And even I felt that there were some parts of the movie that went a bit fast because of just transitioning. So there was a lot that George tried to put into it, and there was very much of it that could have been like dumbed down a little bit more or added into like episode 2 or maybe 3 kind of thing. But it's also that it was supposed to introduce this new kind of world-esque before the original trilogy, so there's also that. So yeah, there's a lot of imbalancing. There are problems with it, but I'm still in the seat of like I would rewatch episode 1 100 times before even watching any of the sequel trilogy movies, because I have way more fun with the Phantom Menace than those.
I don't know. Well, there's still a lot that I got to go through before I actually reach the end of the timeline stuff that I'll be watching, which is on it. It's Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker is supposed to be the very, very last thing, yes.
Yeah, to watch it. So I still got a lot to go before I reach that. And I'm also trying to get to that before I go to my sister's on the 8th.
You got 4 days, dude.
Yep. Because my mom was going to get me on the 8th, and that's when it's like, yep, back up the PS4, grabbing all my Pokemon DVDs and stuff, and heading over to my sister's, because I promised my niece and nephew that I will bring those with me. Because they don't believe that they didn't believe that I had all the Kanto region, the Orange Islands. I believe I have all of Johto and most of Hoenn.
You know that I think about it retrospect, a lot of the Indigo League episodes in like the first original series, I think they are like dated. Why? Like I think they're a bit dated, because I get it that Ash is super inexperienced and there's a lot of issues with that, but if you really think about it, like half of the gym leaders he didn't exactly beat in any regard.
Exactly.
Like Brock, he gave up after he was so close, and also that was because of like the sprinkler system, and also technically Pikachu cheated because he got super overcharged. Misty never fully completed their fight because Team Rocket, but then she gave it to them. Lieutenant Surge, he legitimately won, so that is his first legitimate gym battle fight.
Yes.
Erica, he lost. He never got the rematch, but he went into a gym to save a Gloom, and so there's that. I think it's Sabrina next. Yeah, Sabrina's next. He lost once. He lost his friends, and he had a Haunter that he didn't catch, which is technically illegal, and it just made Sabrina laugh. That's it.
So far, that's 5 badges he did not
No,
win.
not 5. It's still 4. It's still 4. Remember, Lieutenant Sarge, he legitimately won. He's still legitimate.
I got that one over on one hand that he got that. That would be the 3rd batch, and then
yeah, number 5 that he didn't win.
Okay, so yeah, okay, yeah, so yeah,
4 badges he didn't get.
Because he got Brock, Misty, then Erica and Sabrina. Okay.
And then Koga, he did legitimately fight him, at least with one-on-one with Golbat and I think Pikachu, and he did win against that. So that's a second legitimate win.
So at least there's 2 legitimate and 4 non.
Yeah, and then with Blaine, he did actually fight him like the fight was interrupted. I think he was interrupted during the
They
I don't know. The
were
first time he didn't, but I know with the second rematch he fought with Magmar and Charizard, and he won. So I still count that as a legitimate win.
they were inside the lava. Team Rocket interrupted.
Yeah.
Like inside the volcano. Team Rocket interrupted. Volcano's gonna erupt and destroy everything. They all pretty much all the Pokemon help to block the lava flow
Yeah.
and yeah.
And
So he's and then there was the Team Rocket base slash it was supposed to be Giovanni, but
I don't like that. Technically, is a win because he did beat Team Rocket, and they just refused to give him the badge until they blew up. But also, he never fought Giovanni, I guess. Which I don't know. I guess that technically is a win because he did beat Team Rocket with those Pokemon. So
were they? I believe they were acting as stand-in gym leaders or something like
yeah,
that.
which technically is a thing. So yeah, I'd say that he did beat the last one, and he got better circumstances, unlike Gary, who lost to Mewtwo.
Which that kind of was a little unfair a bit.
It's
But Gary
unfair,
already
but
had like more than 8 badges at the time.
he yeah, and also he didn't get to actually face Giovanni's most powerful Pokemon. He didn't even face Giovanni. Ash just got lucky in that regard. But
So I don't know where you would categorize that one. If
I
you'd
say
put that in,
I say that technically is a win. But I still count that as Ash getting lucky in terms of what kind, like on what battle he got.
maybe put it in a category of itself.
Yeah, but put it as a technical win, so he gets 4 wins, but also 4 like just
Yeah.
given to him badges.
So he was kind of evenly matched. And then he made it pretty far in the actual league.
He made it to 16, which, like, in a sense of like a very first time, I get it. Like early off, that's really, really devastating, especially like, him being super inexperienced. So in the sense, like, there are in story aspects, it makes sense. And there's some episodes that were actually cool, like Ash going to a guy who's trying to make his first gym, and like other stuff too. But then there's just gets really weird episodes, and like I think like the weird one was like that talking Ghastly, how like, there was a maiden and all that stuff. Like, that episode was weird.
Yes.
And then again, like as I mentioned, Ash didn't officially get 4 of those gym badges properly. Maybe like later on, he actually rematched Brock and Misty with Mega Stones and stuff like that. But really, he really didn't deserve a lot of that stuff in the Indigo League. And I think that's one thing like with Indigo League specifically in the first generation, it's just like Ash goes kind of given on a lot of those cases. And then that's why it's the second generation, he actually won his battles, started winning his battles more.
Yeah. Oh, that poor Bellsprout versus his Muck.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
It never stood a chance.
Muck. Oh boy, Ash is sending me a Pokemon. I wonder what it'd be. Muck.
You could smell Muck through the Pokeball. Like, how? How do you smell that through the Pokeball? Isn't it just pure energy in there at the moment?
Technically, yes.
It's like, how the hell does it have a smell? And pour me out to screaming that it stinks. Like, wait, Meowth, you have no nose. What the hell's going on with you? So many times does Meowth freaking cover where his nose should be, and there's nothing there.
That's why it's a joke with them to be like, oh hey, it's Meowth kind of thing.
every time that happens, all I can think back to is Krillin versus that. Oh god, what was that one dude that freaking stank so bad in Dragon Ball?
Oh, yeah, the guy who just like I saw a tweet. It was like how Dragon Ball is all for kids or whatnot, and then it's just like you just see him pull open his pants and starts like rummaging around, who never took a shower, and then just like uses it against Krillin.
Krillin has no nose.
The issue is that only came up like once, and I get it that it's not something that they would always bring up, but it's also one of those things that Toriyama just designed weirdly.
It just, but every time that they bring that up with Meowth, I always just keep thinking back to that, and then I stop watching Pokemon and go back to watching Dragon Ball just to go watch that. It's like, dang, nabbit, Pokemon, how dare you work me from you to make me go watch this? It's fine, but how dare you? I'm trying to finish this.
That's funny.
And then I actually have to start from that episode just to. Even though I'm already like several episodes ahead of that, it's like, dang it, I have to go back to this one and rewatch all of these before I can just feel satisfied.
Satisfaction. I still want one day to get all the Dragon Ball manga, and not specifically Dragon Ball Z, because like I know that there has been many occasions where I can grab like a complete set of Dragon Ball Z manga. I want the original Dragon Ball manga and then the original cover art of what Toriyama made and everything. Like I want to try to get that in English at least. So, yeah. At some point I want to. I don't know when.
One of these days, I will get me the Satisfactory game on Steam.
Does James have that game? James, you have Satisfactory? I think you do.
Satisfactory. It would appear now.
And right now it's $30.
Well, now you have
I
like a
Space
Star Wars game.
Engineers.
Yep, that's another one added to the group of Star Wars games.
I mean, you said you wanted it. It also was $3,
Yeah.
so I gift it to you, Will.
Yeah, thank you for that.
I actually
What
beat it
game?
not too long ago. Like, I think it's slightly dated for a game, which honestly, to be fair, I will say this. I know that a lot of 3D games, especially in the old days, are pretty dated, but for a game that's decently dated in terms of just like the AI and the graphics and like a lot of other mechanics, it still holds up. Like the controls still hold up really well. So honestly, it's pretty immersive for what it is. Story-wise, it's like
what game?
okay. Commando, Republic Commando.
Oh, I tried to play
Hey.
Commando when I was like back in college, and it was just kicking my ass.
Me and my brothers had
That game was rough.
had it for I can't remember which console we had it for.
Oh yeah, Star Wars Racer. Yeah, that's only single player, and that sucks. It's not local multiplayer or anything like that.
And we were able to play the Commando game. We played it together on the console that we had, and we had a blast playing it.
Yeah, I got the original Star Wars Lego game, which technically, James, you and I could play on our own time because it's local, so one of us has to remote play the other person in.
I got that on my 2DS. I just played through that.
I have it on my Steam.
I could have been playing that while watching Star Wars instead of playing SWTOR, but it's like, nah, I want to play this and have a lightsaber.
I also, there's like Force Awakens, which I always hear is always great. But it's also one of those games that It not only looks a little dated, but also it's like it's always heard as like it's a mixed bag with some critics. But then again, I always hear it's like it's the game that a lot of people enjoy as they grow up, kind of thing.
Oh, that one. I got that for the 360.
Oh yeah, Rogue Squadron 3D is on Steam, but I actually have the N64 complete box set of it. There is one game I just want to try, and I just want to try it, and it is the Star Wars: The Clone Wars Republic Heroes. I remember that was on the Wii, and it's on Steam, and this is based off the Clone Wars TV show, the 3D one. I know it doesn't look that great, but I'm also just like I'm just curious about it as a fan of the 3D Clone Wars show. By the way, Will, did you watch the Clone Wars like movie?
Oh, you're talking about Star Wars Episode 2 Clone Wars?
No, not episode 2. Episode 2 is the Attack of the Clones.
The animated one.
Yeah.
Yes, I did watch that one.
You know, I should watch that one just because I like the series, but I heard that it's not that great of a movie because they decided for some reason to add 3 different episodes into one movie, which makes it really not fit a movie. It just feels like 3 episodes put into one kind of feeling.
Yeah. I was kind of getting a little confused when I was watching it, going like, wait a minute, what? Wait a minute. And that's pretty much was my reaction when it was doing what it was doing while I was playing it. I just could not keep up with it. There we go. Now I can see all of the bundle stuff. Yeah, I have the Force Awakens on my 360. It was just gotten for me, and I play it now and then. I just wasn't playing anything that I had to play it on my TV, because that's the only way I can watch my these shows.
That's also true.
I'll finally get to move to Rogue One now.
Oh yeah. Rogue One is still, like I say, the best Disney era Star Wars movies.
I gotta move on to Rogue One because that was the end of Andor, which after watching that, not bad. Is Rogue One in my watch list? Yes, it is. I'm getting every one of these things in the Star Wars timeline watch thing into my watch list so I don't have to go through and find them next year. Oops. Oh, okay, good. I wasn't skipping.
What did this kid wish?
What's going on?
I'm just looking at this Twitter video of like this looks like a commercial where a kid sees like it's cut, but apparently this kid sees a wishing star and wishes for something, and then his dog on his bed starts vibrating and then starts throwing out electricity because he's transforming all around, and the kid just stares at it with a smile. I'm just like, what the heck is this commercial? Look at the.
Do you still have that? Do you still have that one card pack left?
Oh yeah.
You still have it? That one left?
Yep.
And no more.
That will be the last card pack for however long. I will now disable that right now before I forget.
The last redeem
For now.
for now.
Alright, card pack is now...
Evil laugh.
I mean, card pack is now closed.
Maniacal laugh.
I just watched the dog getting electrocuted video, or the fake dog, and I'm like, what?
I know. I was like, that has to be a commercial for something. I don't know what it is, but what the heck? Will, check it out on the meme channel.
Oh, Blanco the talking
In
dog.
the meme channel. I have that muted. I gotta have to go look. Okay.
What is it for?
Scrolling down. Oh, it's right here. Okay.
Well, James, what did you say it was for?
What in the bloody world did that kid wish for? No, I had the meme channel muted because that kept blowing my phone up. I muted a lot of channels because they kept blowing my phone up.
Dark Spirit. That Dark Energy. Abra. I got a Diglett. Drowsy. Bulbasaur. A Dugong. Oh, that looks like a really good Hitmonchan art. That's like really nice. If this Pokemon is in your active spot and is damaged by attack from your opponent, put 3 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon? 3 damage. Wow, that's like that is a 30 damage attack. Even if this Pokemon's knocked out. Excited Punch. During your next turn, this Pokemon's Excited Punch attack does 60 more damage before applying weakness and resistance. Oh, so it's every other turn. Or is it every time I use it. So that means the first one won't happen, but okay. I can make a decent deck now. Reverse Hollow is a Tentacruel, the Tentacruel we saw earlier. Or, we got 2 of them. So this is a Tangela. So the next one is... Oh. Look at that holographic Electrode. Not a rare one, but it's actually a nice looking one. Electrode. Main attack is Boom Bang Boom Chain. Before doing damage, you may discard any number of Pokemon tools from your Pokemon. This attack does 40 more damage for each card you discard in this way. Jeez, that is like a chain reaction, literally called Bang Boom Chain. That's like a devastating attack.
I'm gonna have to use the Mewtwo deck against you then.
Electric Ball is just 70.
Just hearing what you're using, I'm gonna have to use that one. That's the advanced deck.
That is if I make a deck by the time we meet on the June 1st.
Oh, you still got plenty of time.
I mean, I'm gonna have Mike help me out, that's for sure.
That reminds me, I'll ask my ex tomorrow if the plan in June is still on, like June or something like that. Then I'll get to see my daughter in person for the first time in years. Because if it's not happening, I'm gonna be ticked.
You're the tick? Spoon!
No, it's...
I know what you mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Spoon!
Spoons?
Have you not seen the Tick? Like the Tick?
I've seen the cartoon.
I've seen the cartoon a little bit. But James, have you never seen anything of the Tick at least?
The Tick? I don't know what that is.
So it's I think it's it's superhero comic book that has a cartoon and a live action series, and literally basically the Tick is just a human in a Tick costume with his partner Arthur, who is also human and has like is just smart and is the reasonable person, and then all the villains and stuff are just kind of like parodies of other comic book heroes and stuff like that. And the Tick is like this supernatural human. It's kind of like One Punch Man Saitama, where he has ungodly strength and invincibility for some reason, and he can basically break the laws of life in certain ways, because like he has a cartoon series that he basically can hold his breath longer than a dolphin without even taking another breath once he gets out of the water. The other thing is that he somehow defied the laws of physics by pulling in like a bomb from a black hole. The Tick has ungodly defies of physics, and he is a funny character in his satirical way.
How many times lying in bed asleep and that will just come on.
Oh yeah, you know what? Well, yeah, you know of it because like I just want to let people know. Also, this is Dragon Quest 9.
There's my sanity's death sentence. There's its executioner.
It's like I don't know why, but this game apparently has this game is one of the this is like 100%ing this game. I have never seen a 100% game take more than like 100 to 200 hours, right? Like James, you've played some of those long 100%ing games before. I don't know if you ever 100%ed them before.
I'm gonna have to look up a walkthrough just to 100% it.
Yeah, but this game, for some odd reason, I saw it on Twitter where someone was like, "What's the worst 100% game ever?" Someone posted on how long to beat. This has it's close to 800 hours on average to 100% this game, and on average on beating this game story-wise, it's like 60. So the main story, and then extra stuff, it's like 80 hours. 100%ing is 10 times the just story stuff.
That's without cheat, folks.
Yeah, it's just like, what is in this game to 100% it? Jamie told me, and I've seen people, it's just like bosses and stuff, and I'm just like, how much grinding is in this game?
That's thing that's just now hit my brain. It's all the grinding I'm gonna have to do in that.
Hey, you said that you want to do. I gave you the option to say no.
I said bring it on, and it's my brain center now just caught up, and it's like, what have you done to me?
This is straight up because you verbally gave me permission to be like, give it to you multiple times.
I did.
So, so if you literally just go brain dead, I have no responsibility. Like,
this is all on me.
I even told Mike how you will probably die from this.
My brain is going to just fry. I mean, there's just going to be brain matter coming out of my ears. I'll be a zombie walking this earth.
I don't think
I will be patient zero for the zombie apocalypse.
I don't think Mike will be. I think you and Mike are now not gonna ever play games together, because after you play this game, you're gonna be like, I don't know how to play games anymore. You'll be like that, brain dead.
I don't think I want to play games ever. I don't think I want to even turn on any screens ever. It's like, nope. They're just receiving text and phone calls. No, go away.
It's funny because Pink Gorilla, when I bought this today, had also a sealed copy that was twice the amount of this one, like $100. It's like, I could have bought the completely new one, but I was like, I don't want to, because I'm a person who tries to avoid sealed copies when I can. Because I know that there's collectors out there who would just like to shelve them and hoard them on all that stuff. I'm a person who likes to play the games. So when Will is done with this, at some point I will put time into this. I am not 100%ing this. I will guarantee I am not 100%ing. If it's more than 800, if it's like more than 700 hours, I am not doing that. I don't care how much I like this game. I'm not 100%ing this game.
Oh,
So Will,
come
you
on,
will
you
do
got-
that. You will
come
do
on,
all
suffer.
that. The issue
Come on,
is
you have to suffer with me.
the issue is that according to Jamie, only one file per copy of each game. So once Will is done, unless I found a way to save it, which I think I know a couple ways to do it. Yeah, once Will is done, I have to probably just like find a way to save it, which I think I have I think I have like an action replay of some kind to do that.
You can show everybody this is what I did. This is how my character looks, and this is all I had in the end.
Yeah, and then I'll completely delete it to be like, now it's my turn to just play the game, but not 100%ing it. That is on you. That is all on you.
Oh, come on, you don't want to feel pain.
I am not doing that. I've 100% the games before, and it legitimately makes me hate them more. I will hate this game even more if I 100% this. I can guarantee you that.
You don't want to hate the Dragon Quest games?
Dude, I like to try to enjoy the games. I've already 100% Dragon Quest 1 in the sense on the Switch. I have to play Dragon Quest 2.
Oh, that was the question I was gonna. I was like, didn't you finish Dragon Quest 1 yet?
I did. I actually finally got the max level, which is 30, and then I actually beat the final boss. So I'm all good on beating Dragon Quest 1. Now I can move on to Dragon Quest 2 on the Switch, or I have it on the NES copy. I know Dragon Quest 3, I also have an NES copy. The Dragon Quest 4, I want to get the NES box copy that is still available, which just costs like $400. And then there is the DS copy. That is the only DS copy I'm missing, because I have Dragon Quest 5, and this is the Dragon Quest series in America, because Dragon Quest 5. Dragon Quest 5, because like let's see, 6 and 7. I'm gonna double check this. I think 7 and 8 were not in America either. I know Dragon Quest 9 is obviously this one, but Dragon Quest series, Dragon Quest, yeah, I have 5 and 6 on DS. Dragon Quest 7, oh, that was on PlayStation, which I have the 3DS version, and then Dragon Quest 8 was on PlayStation 2. I could get the Dragon Quest 7 at some point, as well as 8. 8 is not too expensive, but I do have the 3DS copies of those, which are probably the more definitive editions. I now have Dragon Quest 9, so... And I know Dragon Quest 10 is going to come on the Switch, so I'm probably going to get that just to complete it, even though it's going to be Japanese only. So... And I do have Dragon Quest 11. So actually, Will, the only Dragon Quest mainline game I do not own in any capacity is Dragon Quest... Like, well, yeah, like, Dragon Quest 10 I don't have. But I also, like, the other one I don't have in any capacity is Dragon Quest 4. That's the only one, and that's the one we're playing in Dark Prince. Funny enough, that is.
I mean, the one I've really gotta stop with the freaking synthesizing and grinding here and there without realizing I'm doing that.
Maybe you should actually switch to different games for once. Maybe actually, hopefully when I give you to this game, maybe you could actually stop playing Dark Prince on your own time.
I mean, I'm not playing, I haven't been playing Dark Prince, I've stopped. Because there's nothing really for me to do, there's no creatures I can make.
Not anymore,
I have to go back and, I have to go back and watch the other past streams just to see how you made these other ones that I haven't made. And then I gotta go look up and see how to make these certain ones that we've faced in the arenas.
Of course.
Just to see, okay, it's like, how do I make these? And if I can actually do so already. Because if I can make them now, it's like, okay, cool, okay, I'll see if I'm making them. If I can't, and I gotta wait, then it's like, yep, nope, I'll wait. I do not want to make you now, and yeah.
Yeah, you're crazy.
I'm going to fill that Monsterpedia up completely. I'm going to 100% that Monsterpedia.
Again, Will, you're crazy.
I'm already going for every tiny metal.
Tiny metals at least make some sense because at the very least they are always set. They aren't like randomized in Dragon Warrior monsters, for example.
Uh,
Like, like
I'm getting every tiny metal. I'm going every mini metal. I'm going for every one of those. I'm going for 100% in all getting my Monsterpedia filled.
I'm actually curious if they put Dragon Warrior monsters on the Game Boy Online service, would you actually play it 100%?
Oh yeah, I would. And at least this time, I'm not like the stupid kid me who thought that, oh hey, I can't go over these little things on the map. I can actually walk over them. I can't sit there and have to go around. Well, crap, the hole's blocked. I have to reset my game.
I mean, I was a kid who thought going on the trees in the sands had different strengths and stuff like that, and I was like, I would try to avoid the sands at all times, but if I have to walk over them, I walk over them as quick as possible.
And I didn't really get very far in my game in that game, so I
Well, you do know the best.
eventually I did.
You do know the best. You do know the best monster in that game now. That is the gem
Yeah.
slime or the gold slime, which is, I would still say, is probably the best. There's like also the higher one because of all obviously the boss monsters, but I argue that not only the gold slime is like the best monster, it's the also a monster that you can get without before post game per se.
Oh, and at some point I will get a Lily in that game.
I didn't
Sh-
realize
sh-
Unicorn
sh-
was gonna be
Lily,
that good.
yeah, I will get the Lily because that healing and how how tanky she was being.
hmm I need to get Dragon Quest Monsters Jokers 1 and 2. Oh no, I actually have Joker 2, sorry. I need to get Joker 1, and then I'll grab a Joker 3 because I was only in Japan, which I'll probably just get the patch for that. And then I want to get the remake of Dragon Warrior Monsters 1 3DS so I can also play that. I'm actually just genuinely curious if that is actually a fun one or not. I do want to try some of the other random ones, like Rocket Slime, for example.
Hmm. Speaking of patching, I did have to patch my Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition.
I had that. You know what's funny is that I was actually wanting to play Dragon Age because I heard so much good things about it when I had it, like when EA Play was Origin. It was one of the first games I had on Origin. And when I was playing it on my Dell Inspiron laptop, it chugged so hard on lowest settings that I just stopped playing it because it was just terrible running.
It does have some issues if you doing it through EA Play. It does have some issues.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly, like if you're trying to load, if it closes your game out, yeah, you got to put a patch in there, and then something else. Oh, if it's telling you that, oh, you got to go do this to activate your DLCs. No, you don't. The DLCs are already activated. They're fine. If you download them through this other way, and then you put them into the actual game, then yeah, you're fine. Like dragging them from in your file
Yeah.
explorer download area, yeah, into the actual file, and yeah, you're fine.
It sucks that Metroid Prime Pinball has now gone down a little bit. It used to be $100. I spent $100 on it, and now it went down to like $80. Which, I mean, again, I'm glad that some of these games are actually getting lower. Because by God, I say that some of these games should never be priced this high. I do see a Rocket Slime right now on sale at a retro game store that I'm considering getting right now because there's a sale going on right now. So I'm kind of considering getting it right now.
Uh, right now, Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition is $5. Dragon Age 2 Ultimate Edition is also $5. Dragon Age Inquisition Game of the Year Edition, which would also come with the DLCs for it, that one's $6.
Naruhodo. Naruhodo ne. Right,
I need
Justin?
to go to sleep now.
No, you're not going to sleep. You're going to bed, and you're going to stay up for the rest of the night just staring at the ceiling.
That's right. I
What
forgot.
have you
I
All right.
forgot
Good
Dragon
night,
Age.
James.
Uh,
Take it easy.
I forgot Dreadwolf is coming soon. Dragon Age Dreadwolf will be coming soon. There we go. So I might as well add that one onto the wish list. Can't do anything on pre-ordering that one right now because it has no price. Oh, that's right. I forgot. My family's. I kept thinking it's like I saw someone there so in December, and then that was last year. And I was thinking of this year's December. It's like, oh crap, I forgot. I wanted to also start doing Christmas shopping early, but then I remember it's like, wait, my family's doing Secret Santa this year again.
Aha.
I have to draw for my who I'm supposed to shop for, and for the kids, I don't know. It all depends. I might do what I did last year and do candy, but I have to get extra candy because there were extra kids there that I didn't know were coming. So I was like, well, crap. I didn't buy those kids anything.
Buy me something, Will.
Right now, I can't. I'm broke. My money's been accounted for.
Don't worry. You have until September to get me a gift. I demand a gift from you.
And then on June 1st, I do gotta stop off at store and get the stuff.
Oh right. It is getting too close to the date that PAX tickets are going to be available soon, and I need to start figuring that out.
The drinks and the veggie tray.
Yeah.
Set up. I'll grab that on the first. I might have some food stamps left by then.
Just figure it out when you can. Don't force yourself when you can't. Okay.
Yep. All right, now right now I would have gotten some juice, but on Mother's Day it's tacos, and my mom's gonna use some of my food stamps to get the stuff for the tacos
When is Mother's Day again?
this coming Sunday. Not tomorrow.
Okay, so
The
next week.
12th.
So yeah,
Yep.
next Sunday. Which actually it is Sunday right now, so next week.
Yeah, next week.
Got it.
Yep. But yeah, I posted the picture of what I got my mom. Well, I let my brother in on it too because he didn't have any money to be able to get her anything, and he was starting to feel bad and about not getting her some. So I told him he could get on it, and if he was able to get the batteries for it, then I said he'd call it even.
Hmm. That's fine.
Yep, he got the batteries. I'll be right back. I gotta go use the restroom.
Go for it. I'm chilling here. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna poke Justin. Yeah, speaking of Ace Attorney music, I'm poking Paragon to see if he's awake, and if he is right now, then he can join me for Ace Attorney. I mean, I'm gonna probably play Ace Attorney because I promised it, and it's been a while, and I probably should get going with complete some other games. I know that Secret of Mana is also another game that I've been holding off on, but I also feel like I'm getting like that is not that long of a game that I originally thought it was. Like, I honestly thought it was going to be a slightly longer, but it also feels like I'm going so fast in it. I could be wrong. Like, I could be straight up wrong that the game itself is like words words it is a lot shorter than I think it is. And it could be decently long. I don't know. Again, I'm just assuming here for a first time playing. Woo! Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Right, I'll probably start Ace Attorney in a few minutes. I just wanted to see. I'm giving like Justin just a little bit of time if he's awake. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Look.
I am back.
Wow, you sound so different when you said that.
What?
You were like, you sounded like 10 years younger.
I can. I can change the sound of my voice. I've For a long time I was able to do different voices, but now I can't really do them anymore.
I wonder
I
if it.
wrecked my throat at one point.
That's why you have to do vocal exercise so it doesn't happen. That's why voice actors always say
I
exercise.
I had done them, but it was on one voice I was trying to do that completely wrecked my voice, and I can't remember whose voice it was I was trying to do.
I know that anything that rasps my voice at the at my it hurts my throat after like doing it for like a few lines. Like Nappa's voice, for example. Vegeta, what does the scouter say about like kind of that kind of voice where it rasps your voice? That actually hurts my throat after a few lines. Um, So I need to practice to make sure I can get the raspy. But anything like a weirder voice, something like my son, like ha ha, or like the why are you doing this? Like a really old man voice. Some of the voices I can do, but the raspiness is like I want to try to do because that's one for yelling, if I in this screaming mood, and two is just sometimes I just want to practice the techniques. I think I will consider getting Dokapon Kingdom Connect on Steam, so that because I know that I have it on Switch, but I can't expect everyone to just pay $60 for the game each time, or no, not 60, but $50. If I get it on Steam, definitely remote play is then possible.
Yeah.
And that's a game that is like it's gonna dedicate a lot of time, but I think it would be genuinely fun for a lot of people.
All right. I do got to be right back. I need to go check my front porch on something. I just now got the notification that my Amazon package was delivered. Stupid phone taking forever and a dang day telling me that things were delivered.
Hopefully, it wasn't stolen.
Oh, I pray it wasn't, because it's got. It should have my cat's food, my gummies, vitamins, and my black elderberry gummies in it too.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna go check my porch.
go for it.
I have it.
What happened? Alrighty then. I waited long enough. It's probably time to switch over because I've been like waiting on just chatting for a while. I did probably should have to readjust it so that Futurimoto can do stuff, but eh. Okay, cool. I was just checking on stuff right now. Alrighty then, let's go. What is it?